Hello everybody and welcome back to Saving Schalke. Today, we head to Hamburg, newly promoted. And yeah, we are currently a grand 15th in the Bundesliga. Lost at Augsburg, drew Hertha Berlin. We have 5 points in 7 matches. We're 15th. Yeah, so we have become what we are. We are a relegation battling club. Looks like we're going to be that again this year, barring a massive upturn in form. But today, a radical shift has happened. We have made the first big call to completely change the tactic of what it was to start the season. We haven't reverted to the 4-4-2, which worked for us well last season. That still is an option if we need to go back to it. But today, we play with a back 3. Back 5, you could call it if you want. 3 center halves. That is the new decision I've made to try and fix the defensive woes. Because, man, we are awful defensively. So you'll see it here in a second, the decisions that have been made. Some players left out, some players dropped. I can't start everyone when I'm playing 3 center halves. We have 3 good center halves. They just need to play better. There is the back 5. This is very out of whack. That is not at all how the players are playing. Yeah, it looks more like that. But the formation is adjusted. Let's make sure it's saved. It did. Here we go. This is it. This is how we're playing. Denier, Vober, Sar, Uwejan and Mbapu on the wingbacks. Meyer and Krob in midfield. Mole, Durame, Poulsen front 3. Yeah, we need to do better. I'm hoping the back 3 can keep the ball a little better. I've told the wingbacks to get up and stretch the play. Really hug the touch lines. I'm excited to see how Malang Sarr does now. And we want to keep the ball. That's something I've wanted to do with this side. I want to be able to retain possession and really dominate it. Here we go. Uwejan back in the lineup today. Ball across the area. Florent Mole heads it, and it's nearly a brilliant start. It's a great save. But it's actually an offside decision, I believe, was given. Meyer does well to get it to Durame. That's a foul. That is maybe a yellow card. Yellow card shown to Higher here for Hamburg. And not where I wanted it to go, but okay. There was a guy standing next to him, but thanks, game. I appreciate it. Kittel. Wide, but Mbapu does well. Vober, Denier, back to Schwallow. Malang Sarr, on loan from Chelsea. Robert Meyer. Ball stretched wide, Thomas Uwejan, Robert Meyer. Back for Uwejan. Ball across the area, Florent Mole, Yusuf Poulsen, brilliant! Brilliant Schalke move! Yusuf Poulsen put Schalke in front here. It looked like that one was off the training ground. Uwejan, great ball to the back stick. Mole heads down for Poulsen, who beats the keeper brilliantly. And Schalke lead 1-0 here. Great start from the Royal Blue. Reese, ball wide. Sorry about that. Leibold. Kittel. And Mbabu does well. Here's Denier. Schwallow. Thomas Uwejan. Robert Meyer. Kroos. Mole. Has Mbapu overlapping. Here's Mbapu. Kroos can't win that header, and now Schalke stretched here. Yatta. Good ball wide for Kittel. Mbapu does well, though, to shut that down. But it's found its way back to Kittel, and Mbapu is going to have a handball called against him. Chance for a delivery here from Kittel. He delivers into the area, but Denier heads clear. Here's Modarame. All alone, Modarame. But he's going to take them on, and all of a sudden, Modarame has found space behind the entire Hamburg back line. And here's Modarame, 2-0. 23 minutes played. Mohamed Darame scores, and Schalke lead 2-0 here. Newly promoted Hamburg struggling to deal with Schalke here. That's a fantastic finish from the young Dane. Much better than his last showing against Red Bull Leipzig. Here's Rohr. This could be a good win for Schalke. It'd be their first time all season, I believe, picking up any sort of points away from home, even if we were to draw this game. Mbappé does well. Schwallow. And it's played back wide for Jason Denier. Here's Florent Mole. Back to Denier, back to Mbappé. Vober, Mbappé. Denier, Mole, Vober, Denier. Saw a statistic that said Schalke have had 68% of the ball so far. Here's Malang Sarr. He stretches wide for Thomas Uwejan. And Schalke have a bit of an overload now. Ball delivered in. Modarame heads it on for Yusuf Poulsen! 3-0 Schalke inside 30 minutes. That is brilliant team football here. The center half's doing well to retain the ball, playing it around the back, slowly but surely. And now it's 3-0 inside 30 minutes here at Hamburg. Here's Rohr. Reese. I wouldn't count anything yet, though, with Schalke's usual defensive frailties. This could still be a wide-open game eventually. Here's Bakary Yatta. But Malang Sarr cuts across and shuts that one out. Kroos, Meyer, Darame, Thomas Uwejan, Robert Meyer. And he couldn't quite find Poulsen, who I believe was in an offside position nonetheless. That one is forced to go long. Hamburg are going to manage to keep it. Kittle's in behind Mbappé now. Denier cuts across, though, and he's going to cut that one out immediately. Free kick. Throw in taken nicely, but Vober cuts that one out. Here's Meyer. Thomas Uwejan. Modarame. Yusuf Poulsen. Ball over the top. Can Florent Mole find it? He's going to knock on the header, but Fernandez in goal manages to get there. Ball short for Leibold. Daniel Holler has got to be happy with what he's seeing so far. Here's Thiago Thomas. Formerly the Benfica kid. Now a Hamburg first-team player. Mole. Robert Meyer. Chipped through ball. Yusuf Poulsen onto his left foot. But that is a good save, Fernandez. Yusuf Poulsen was looking for a first-half hat-trick there. Rohr. Thiago Thomas. Suhanen. Poor ball. Rohr manages to keep it, though, and that's halftime. Schalke flying here. The Royal Blue soaring brilliantly here at the Volkspark Stadion in Hamburg, Germany. 3-0 at half. You couldn't really ask for much more, could you? Here's Reese. Bakary Yatta. Reese. Rohr. Perhaps Dominic Rohr, that is. Here's Leibold. Kittle. Good ball wide by Reese. Back to Kittle, and it's Denier coming across. And that's poor. Mole wins it back. Yusuf Poulsen plays it back into Mole's feet as he now has space to run into. Mole delivers a cross, but Poulsen can't get there, but it's going to find its way back to Mole, who finds Mbappé, who finds Kroos, who stretches it wide for Thomas Uwejan. First time ball in. Robert Meyer at the back stick. This should be collected by Fernandez. He does well. Fernandez. It's going to take a long kick of the football, but Meyer knocks it, but only to Rohr. Thiago Thomas. Nobody pressing back. Riata, 3-1. Weber was up pressing, and Denier and Sarr did not cut inside to cover him. They left him wide open stupidly. And just like that, here begins to show the soft underbelly of Schalke, the defensive frailties. Bakary Yatta, Sarr and Denier both pushed off of him. And Yatta finished brilliantly. I don't know what that defending is. It's schoolboy errors, but we're still up 3-1 here, so no need to panic quite yet. Florent Mole, Mbappé, Mole. He stretches it wide for Thomas Uwajan. Heads on, but higher does well. Here's Benez. Uwajan manages to knock it out for a Hamburg throw. I'm sure Schalke would have liked to have gotten deeper into this half before conceding if they had the choice. But, yeah, 30 minutes to play. Schalke only up 2 now. Reese. Benez. Yatta. Thiago Tomas. Kittel. It's been pretty much all Hamburg here in the second half. Mole. Kittel. Reese! His shot is wide. As Schalke are going to prepare their first change here. And it's going to be Karabek on for Tom Kroos. Not really a like-for-like change. A more attack-minded midfielder coming on for a more defensive-minded midfielder. Interesting when 3-1 up. Here's Thomas Uwajan, Max Weber, Jason Denier. Good ball wide for Kevin Mbappé, Karabek. He's had a good season with Schalke so far. He plays it wide for Kevin Mbappé. Mole can't win the header. Roar. Weber, brilliant, but he couldn't quite keep it after the challenge. Here's Benez. Bakary Yatta, the goal scorer, stretching it to Thiago Tomas. Malang Sarr is back brilliantly, and he manages to get it out of his feet. Karabek. That's poor from him. And now, it's Thiago Tomas! 3-2! A mistake from Adam Karabek, and Hamburg are right back in this football match. A terrible pass from him. Nobody on Thiago Tomas. And he's finished into the bottom corner. And just like that, it's all to play for here now at the Volkspark Stadion. Karabek with another giveaway. And then Karabek is going to concede a foul. Not a good showing from him right now. Perhaps the wrong substitution. That ball's taken short. Vukcevic. Thiago Tomas. That one's blocked. Mbappé is going to punt clear. Here's Mole, Karabek, Robert Meyer, Yusuf Poulsen. He's got the vision to find Thomas Uwajan. Uwajan, ball across the area, Mo Darame, Robert Meyer, 4-2. Schalke back 2 in front. It's the boy wonder, centre midfielder, Robert Meyer. A fantastic finish from him, as Mo Darame has his second assist of the match. He's got a goal tonight, and now 2 assists. Schalke are going to make another change here. This time they're going to take off Florent Mole for Rodrigo Zalazar, potentially moving Adam Karabek up into a more advanced role, less chance for him to make another defensive mistake. Here's Benez. Ayer. Benez. Thiago Tomas. Roar. Vuskovic. Roar. Good ball into Benez. Yatta, but that's nicely defended by Uwajan. Here's Robert Meyer. Beats one man, plays it to Adam Karabek. Can he make up for his mistake? No, he can't. That's right at Fernandez. That was brilliant by Robert Meyer, though. He gives a thumbs up to Adam Karabek. Uwajan across to take quickly. Perhaps Schalke looking to take advantage here. But no, Poulsen can't win the header. But he's going to play it back to Thomas Uwajan, who's going to go with his right foot. Header's one. Fernandez has to tip over. That was brilliant by Max Weber. Thomas Uejan to deliver here again. Headed clear. Only as far as Modarame, who touches it wide of Benez, but then can't get back to it. Modarame is probably going to be giving up a foul there. No, ref plays advantage. Here's labeled. Mbappé can't quite get it. Here's Reese. Roar. Salazar comes forward and can't win it. Here's Benez. Here's Thiago Tomas. Roar. Shonlo. Benez, ball wide. Mbappé gets a piece of it, and that's going to be a foul somewhere against someone. It's a handball against Kevin Mbappé. Here's Kittle with a chance to deliver. 89th minute. Schalke almost there for the 3 points. Headers one! Schwallow saves. He's going to play it to Modarame immediately, who stretches the ball wide for Adam Karabek, who's one-on-one with Fernandez. And Karabek tried to get a little cheeky with it, but he couldn't finish it off with his right weaker foot. But that doesn't matter now, as Schalke are going to collect 3 points for only the second time this season, the first time away from home. It ends Hamburg 2, Schalke 4, another absolute thriller of a match as Schalke has become somewhat of the Bundesliga's entertainers, conceding and scoring for fun. But tonight they did enough to win. They really need to clean up some defensive mistakes, as without 2 individual errors, I'd say this match could have ended 4-0. But in the end, Schalke pick up 3 points, so nothing else really matters. And our next match will likely be at the Signal Iduna Park to try for a 3rd time to try and get a result against our great rivals Borussia Dortmund. We'll see you there at the Signal Iduna Park. Have a good one, folks.